Hello my friends, my name is Jana Eubank and I am back again with another Hip Kit Club layout today. Now for this page I wanted to use the two sets of dies that were released with the January 2025 Hip Kits. So I have here the Linked Hearts dies that I'm showing you now, and I also have off to the right side of my desk the Love You dies. I'm going to be using the Love You as my title, and then I'm grouping together a set of 3 of the Linked Hearts dies to create a larger heart element on my page here. So I've gone ahead and cut that out with the Orchid cardstock from the Cardstock kit, and then I backed some of those openings with Vellum as well as some patterned paper from the kits. Now today I wanted to do an analogous color scheme for my layout. Which is the same colors, the colors that are next to each other on the color wheel, and I decided to go with the purple and blues from the kits. So I'm pulling out those pattern papers and deciding how I want to start with this layout. So I know I want to do this larger heart accent. I haven't attached it to my page yet, but I wanted to anchor it with a strip of pattern paper. I decided to go with the purple striped pattern paper. The next thing I'm going to do is just start pulling out elements from the kit in those purple and blue tones. So first I pulled out several Vellum die cuts from the Embellishment kit, and now I'm thinking about how I want to add my title. I'm thinking I might want to use one of these Vellum die cuts to anchor my title. Now I've gone ahead and cut out the title using the same Orchid cardstock that I cut out the Linked Hearts, as well as the Bluebell cardstock. It's a little bit darker blue than the background, which is the Seafoam cardstock, and all of those can be found in the Cardstock kit. So at this point, I'm just tucking in a few of those Vellum die cuts and thinking about how I might want to arrange them. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and layer together these 3 different images from the Linked Hearts and create that larger heart on my page. Now I know I want to anchor it with this striped pattern paper, but I felt like it needed to be set off a little bit with a strip above it. So I cut the branding strip off of the Bluebell cardstock, and I'm going to place that above the striped paper. Now that I know that I want to add that there, I'm going to go ahead and finish putting together this larger heart. Next, I want to figure out where my photo will go. And so I wanted to continue that Vellum feel throughout the layout. So I went ahead and matted my photo with a little bit of Vellum. And now I'm going to mat it again on the Bluebell cardstock, which is that same dark blue that I used for the strip above the striped paper. I'm going to use an edge distresser just to give this a little bit of texture and help it stand out a little bit. And then I'm going to use some foam tape to attach this photo to my layout. I'm actually just putting foam tape underneath the right hand side, and that's because the large heart that I created, I did use foam tape to pop that up. I wanted that large heart to have a little bit of a shadow effect. So because my photo is overlapping the edge of the heart, I'm going to put some flat adhesive on the left side, and then I'll have that foam tape underneath the right side to bring it up to the same level as the heart. Now I'm just tucking in these other Vellum die cuts. I have the blue Memo Vellum die cut peeking out from the right or the left edge of the photo. And then I'm going to put the Scallop die cut, the purple grid Scallop die cut off to the right. And my idea is to have that hold my journaling. At first I thought I might have it hold my title, but I switched gears and I decided to use those label shapes to hold my title instead. Next, I went over to the cardstock die cuts that are in the main kit. And again, I'm just looking through them and looking for items in those blue and purple tones. I pulled out this book die cut and I thought it might be cute to add to the left of my title. Next, I went to the Floral die cuts from the Embellishment kit, and I'm going to pull out several purple and blue flowers as well as the black and white leaves and start creating some floral clusters around my photo. I'm going to place one in the top right corner along with some of the black and white leaves, and then I also want to tuck a little floral cluster under the left end of that book. There is a floral printed on that purple label, but I decided to cover it with the book since I have other floral clusters already happening on the page. So I'll take a minute here to arrange the flowers and get them set up how I want them to look. I had already cut out the title letters in the Orchid and the Bluebell colors, and as I'm placing them here on the labels, I'm not sure if I want to alternate the colors opposite the color of the labels, or I might mix the colors. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, so I'm thinking about that in the back of my mind as I continue to work on other areas of the page. Now, I wanted to add more of the adorable pattern papers from the kit in strips to the background of this page, so I'm going to bring in a strip of this blue floral paper, which I just love. It's so cute and graphic and just has such a fun feel. So I'll get that lined up straight. And then I'm also going to define the bottom edge of that striped paper with another small strip of the Bluebell cardstock. I also want to bring in some more purple pattern paper, so I will add a scalloped border of a purple pattern paper from the kit above at the top of the page, and then I will also cut a little small strip of that to go below that blue floral at the bottom of the page. So now that I'm getting a feel for where I want all these elements to go, I'm going to go ahead and get them in place. So I'm going to tie a little bit of twine onto this blue tag here and then continue to work on the other strips that I mentioned. In the Vellum die cuts, there was a series of 4 butterflies, and I used 3 of them on another layout. So I have this one last purple butterfly that's kind of hanging out, and I'm like, I'm going to find a spot for this little guy to go on the page. I'll end up stapling that with a mini stapler and adding that above the photo. Now, as I was working on all those pattern paper strips, I did decide that the purple or blue letters were just a little too soft. So I thought I would cut a shadow layer with the black cardstock from my stash. And so here I'm just trying out putting those below the letters. But as I do that, I like the way that the shadow looks, but I like the way that the solid black looks even more. So I decide to go with that solid black, and I'm just going to take a minute and use some 1/8 inch foam strips to pop up each of these letters and add them to those label die cuts. I really love the way that the floral clusters turned out. However, I had these little leaves and flowers that I had fussy cut from one of the pattern papers from the main kit, and I thought it might be fun to add a few of these leaf stems and fill out those clusters even more. So I'm going to add a berry branch and a leaf branch to the bottom left cluster, and then I'll add a leaf branch and a little single leaf to the top left cluster, or the top right cluster. And I really like the variety of sizes of leaves. You've got the thicker lined leaves leaves and then the smaller lined leaves, and it just adds even more depth to this page. Now at this point, I'm ready to go explore in all my other embellishments. And that's one of my very, very favorite things about Hip Kit Club. They have all kinds of fun things to play with each month. So I'm going to bring in a little bit of foam with these foam stickers. I have a foam phrase that I'm adding below the title that says, "This is what life is made of." And then I have another little foam phrase I'm going to add to the top left corner of my photo. Next, I'm going to grab these Puffy seals. These are so cute. These are in the embellishment kit. They look like the wax seals that you put on envelopes, but they are puffy stickers with this embossed look. So some of them have an embossed, tone on tone look to them, and some of them have like a colorful printed detail to them. I'm going to add one of the white ones with an embossed butterfly on it to the right of my title, and then eventually I'll come back and tuck another one up behind the top left corner of my photo just to repeat that texture in two different places, and they're so cute. Next, I'm going to grab the regular puffy stickers from the embellishment kit. These have lots of colorful small designs, and I love all these little teeny icons. They're perfect for adding in details or little phrases. So I'm going to add a little aqua bow to the book that I put by the title. I'm also going to come back in and add another little puffy phrase from that set right below the foam sticker in the top left corner of my photo. Now I wanted a little waterfall of phrases to continue past the pattern paper strips at the bottom of the page. So I popped over to the Pocket Life kit and I found a couple of more phrases to add. I added one that said, "Love and laughter fill our home." And then the second one says, "Spreading happiness wherever you go," which is perfect for my photos here. I then bounced back to the puffy stickers again, and I thought I might add a little navy blue button to next to the envelope seal that looks like a butterfly, but this is where I grab that purple phrase and add it to the top left corner. So here I am just kind of bouncing around, looking through the embellishments, looking for more details and little things that I can add to finish out this page. As I'm looking at the foam stickers again, I notice these white printed hearts. They have black patterns on them. So I grab one to put in the middle of I actually grabbed two different sized hearts to put in the centers of the O's of my title, and I really like that. I think that looks so cute. Next, I'm going to go over to the Pocket Life kit and grab the stamp set. And there's so many cute images and phrases on this set, but what I've decided to do is sprinkle in more of those hearts all around the design. I have the bold black in the leaf of the floral clusters and then the bold black in my title. And so I just want to continue sprinkling that bold color for some contrast around the rest of the page. So there's actually 4 different heart images on this stamp set, but I've decided to use the 2 smallest ones to just sprinkle in these hearts. So I'm going to bounce back and forth between the medium heart and the little teeny tiny heart and just add these here and there. Now it takes me a minute to do this, so I'm just going to let you watch that process as I add in these little hearts. I kind of bounce back to the foam stickers to get another foam heart to add up in the upper left corner of my photo. I also go and grab some of the black glitter epoxy hearts from the embellishment kit to sprinkle those about as well. So I really love the way that this page came together, and I thought it was perfect for documenting this photo of my husband and I celebrating our 28th wedding anniversary a couple of weeks ago. So I hope these again are the January 2025 hip kits. I hope you are feeling inspired. Definitely come and be a part of the Hip Kit Club group on Facebook. The design team is posting new inspiration every single day. You can also follow the Hip Kit Club account on Instagram, where those projects are also posted, but it's such a fun group. Everyone there is so warm and welcoming, and definitely so many inspirational projects to keep you feeling creative. So I'm going to finish out this layout with another stamped phrase below my other phrases that I already got. I'm going to stamp in some more hearts, and then I will add some journaling to that purple scallop journaling block on the right side. Again, my name is Jana Eubank for Hip Kit Club. Thank you so much for stopping by today and checking out my video. It really means a lot to me when you take the time to leave comments or suggestions suggestions or questions. I'll be checking the comments for your questions to see if there's anything you might want to know. But again, I love this community. It's so fun to hang out with you. Definitely come hang out with us in the Hip Kit Club group as well. And I will see you again soon. Thanks so much for watching.